Welcome to the Blacklist AFTERBUZZ After Show, episode 12, season 4. Typhoid Mary and Typhoid Larry? Let's go.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Yes, this is a little Diana Ross and Lionel Richie. Little endless love, you know.
How's that love? How is it?
It's endless.
It's endless.
Yeah. All right.
Like my love for the two of you.
Oh, wait, shh. My endless love.
So solid.
I really don't know the
Welcome to the
lyrics
Blacklist AFTERBUZZ After Show. Here we are with Natalie Luca, number 184. R.I.P. Malik. Right?
R.I.P. Malik.
R.I.P. Malik.
Malik.
Typhoid Larry.
Typhoid, aka Typhoid Larry.
Yes.
You know, your boy Wrestler was so proud of himself for that joke too.
And you know,
He stood back and looked at it too, like.
you know what he did? He shaved, because that's what he does before he does anything.
Right.
He shaves before he gets in the car. He shaves before he gets out of the car. He shaved, and then he went, I got one.
Yeah.
I got this.
He's like,
Typhoid Larry.
all right, Typhoid Larry. Am I right, people? Wrestler out.
Who's got my razor? I'll meet you in the car.
Welcome to the Blacklist AFTERBUZZ After Show. I'm Joe Braswell. I'm joined as always by my main man, Joe SanFelippo.
It's nice to be here with you guys.
And of course, the lovely Julia Cearley.
That's me.
Hello,
Hi,
how are
gentlemen.
you?
Nice to see you.
We're all here together doing this thing. You know, I love old Lionel and Diana Ross, but you can kill them now. Thank you.
I don't think you should
bringing
kill
the
you.
party
Turn
down.
back.
Kill them.
They're nice
pictures of
people.
them, though.
Look at Lionel's hair. I love it.
Good.
And he still looks that way from the stage.
Yes.
He's had some work done.
I was like, okay.
But he shows, he's still great. He still puts on a hell of a show.
Yeah. Good at what he does.
Yeah. You know, he had a weird voice thing. Like, he lost his voice in some weird surgery.
Really?
And then somehow got it back.
Like Julie Andrews?
But Julia Andrews still can't sing, though.
No, I know.
Yeah,
Which is just devastating.
Yeah.
Tragic. If you were a doctor and like somebody at that level came to you and was like, I'd like throat surgery, you'd be like, you know what,
I can't do
I'm
this.
not going to be the guy who killed
turns
Julia
out I'm
Andrews'
retiring.
voice.
Yeah.
Like, no, thank you. Anyway, we digress as usual.
What else is new?
I wanna find our people. I'm loading up our chat room now to see if there's anyone in there.
We're a little late.
Hopefully, there's someone in there. We're late, but hopefully,
California rain.
hopefully our folks are there. Welcome. I gotta say, I love this episode. I actually liked it. I don't know. You didn't like it.
I did. No,
I
we were
did
just
too.
talking about it.
I genuinely liked it. You know what else? You know what else happened to me?
You tell me.
I may or not got a little dusty.
Did you?
Dusty.
Misty.
Misty.
Dusty.
Dusty and
You felt.
Misty.
They got me.
You had some feelings.
Did you have a feeling you feel?
When they did the first bit before he croaked, spoiler alert, before he croaks, when they did the whole,
they did
like,
the thing?
the
In the
thing,
thing?
Spoiler alert.
and I was like, that is the sweetest thing I've ever seen.
I don't know about you guys. This may be because I'm a cold-hearted bastard, and I'm so far removed from Romeo and Juliet at this
Yeah.
point in my life.
You are a cold-hearted bastard.
I just there are some bad decisions being made. I look at this and I go, Malik, you are a genius. You're a brilliant young man.
Good-looking dude.
This
This is your only option?
This is it, Malik.
Your
really?
only option?
You're
fall
gonna
in
go after the
love.
one girl in the world that you cannot touch, not the one girl that at the school. This is the one girl on Earth that you cannot be with, and you're like, that's it. I'm in. I'm sorry. I just felt like it was a bad decision.
Because he is
You
a
are a
brilliant guy.
cynical
No,
bastard.
I am.
well, because he is a brilliant guy, it wasn't about curing her. It was about extracting the enzyme so they could be together, and he was willing to take it on himself. They
Look.
would have to be quarantined together
Is that, what
forever.
is that what the kids call it these days? Extracting the enzyme? I don't know with the slang.
Oh, let me go extract some enzymes later.
I'll go extract the enzymes, baby. I'll be right back. I don't know. Is that?
I got nothing to
No,
say. That's
nothing?
not going to be worse than what you said.
I do. Hey, hello, folks, in the chat room. Andrew Martin, Watson King, and Anasana Yopoyo Saha, Golden Toe
better
number
every time.
3, or Golden Girl 3. All you folks, thank you so much for joining us. And we're happy to have you all.
All right, I'm going to say this, and this is people might get mad at me, but I think this
They
episode.
never get mad at you, Flippo. Haven't
sure
you
they
learned
do.
yet? You
Yeah.
can say
You-
anything.
you like-
and they'll
like-
be like, Flippo's word is law.
Like
That's not
our
true.
president, you can murder a person on Fifth Avenue.
Whoa! Whoa! Please don't.
Well, candidate Trump.
Please don't associate me with the king of Como.
All right, take it easy. Let's not get political.
Pull it back, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was going to say this episode is a wonderful example of what I am going to call the Golden Lizzie ratio.
Uh-oh.
Because there's a certain amount of Lizzie in the show that makes the whole thing work. That pulls, the whole through piece still works, but it's not over Lizzied. It's like just the right amount of salt. You got to put the right amount in there.
Yeah.
And this was the Golden Lizzie ratio. This show, I loved it, and it had just the right amount of Lizzie. Keep everybody on track, but didn't get over Lizzied. Didn't get under Lizzied. Just the right amount of Lizzie.
3 Lizzies seems to be the golden number.
I think that seems to be the number.
3 Lizzies.
What is the golden ratio? 3.1
Beginning, middle, end.
I thought
Lizzie,
Liz was
boom.
great in this episode. I believe her again, and that bit at the end where she says that thing to Tom about whatever she says about whatever. There's a couple times where she got a little emotional. One part she got emotional with Tom. It kind of got. I felt embarrassed. I thought, oh my god,
Should be.
I'm in big trouble, because I'm embarrassed.
Oh.
Anyway, that's all.
The golden ratio is 1.618.
Oh, you did the math.
That is the actual golden ratio. So I think the golden Lizzie ratio will go with 3. So we'll double the golden ratio.
Yeah.
Hey,
Does that sound
that's
right?
generous.
Yeah, I thought
Andrew
so.
Flippo's bringing up the calculator on this one.
I want to be specific. I don't want to lie to anybody.
Oh God, Andrew's like Flippo bringing the mathematics.
Boom.
Sandra IP just throwing down the gauntlet on this episode, and she says, "I thought this episode was crap."
Oh, strong.
Apart from the last scene, they should just set the rest of the season with Red in that weird isolation room or wherever he was. I don't.
That's a strong move right there.
That's a strong move. I disagree with you.
Red in the
today,
blue light special,
Sandra. No, so So I thought really strong. I thought the interesting procedural element with the sort of the Typhoid Mary thing, and I thought a really interesting sub-Red sort of. So we got 2 excellent Red monologues, and actually a decent nice little subplot with. The inequality, work inequality.
Yeah, it was a topical episode where we're talking about the inequality in the workplace.
Ripped from the
talking
headlines.
about how they easily switched their checks. She's because we're brown.
And you know what? This is probably.
And then talking about like imaginary facts.
Well, there's a lot. There's a lot going
you
on.
also got some good Tom and Lizzie. You get some good Tom and Lizzie. You get some good Tom, and you got like 3 layers of a romantic episode. The romance is everywhere, Flippo. It's a goddamn Valentine's Day episode.
I was going to say.
I was just gonna say it.
They're early.
They're early. They're a week early.
Okay, what do you say?
I do the equal pay portion of the episode. There were some things I didn't know. I didn't know the FBI did not use direct deposit, which I was surprised to
You have
learn.
to go down to the ladies at payroll.
I went.
And why is it ladies?
I went down to HR, down to the post office. I walked down there.
The super secret post office has an HR department.
Sure.
Why not? And this is a super secret. Yeah, and we're all super secret agents except for HR. They're more like civilian employees. They come in, but they really shouldn't tell anybody where they work. Anyway, so
and they mess up your checks.
They do, and they're just because the super secret department has grown so much that they just hand them out to whomever. You had a beard last week and a penis. But this week, I'm pretty sure you're still brown. Here's your check.
You're brown.
There's so many people in the post office.
Both
That's
have
what
brown
I'm saying.
faces,
Yeah.
But only 2 have brown faces, apparently.
and she throws such a fit in this HR office. This is my other web series, Blacklist, the HR office. Blacklist HR.
Yes. Blacklist : HR.
She throws such a fit that they're so upset they called to allegedly what she thought.
Yeah.
They called Cooper. Cooper has to stomp down to HR and wag some fingers down there, which he didn't because it was really Aram. But she thought that was plausible.
Well, now that's the second part.
She's like, Cooper must have went down there.
Well, no, wait. Now Cooper, hold on. Cooper going and saying, "Give her a raise. It's important."
Yeah,
that
that's
actually
good.
seems reasonable.
Sure.
However, Aram going to the HR department and saying, "I'd like you to take 16% of my check and give it to her so that we split the raise, the difference," and they go,
Well,
okay.
They go, "Oh, that makes nothing but
Sure,
sense."
I can
And
do
you know
that.
what? I have the authority to do
Yes.
that.
I can do that.
I'm in the HR department.
I have the clearance and the authority to do
I
that.
am fairly certain that require a new memorandum of understanding. There'd be a new contract between Aram and the agency. Then there would have to be some sort of a new contract signed by Navabi to say that she was acknowledging the 16%, because if they just go ahead and put 16% more in her check, then she could be accused of what? I don't know.
Right.
They're FBI agents. I'm pretty sure there's all kinds of laws against it.
Now we're
Also,
venturing
one more thing
Yes,
though. Why
yes.
isn't she? I know that she got a Rom's check, and it made sense that it was a Rom because he's bleeding heart and he loves her. He gave her 16% to equal to level the playing field. But really, she should be comparing her paycheck to wrestlers.
Yeah.
They do the same exact job.
Yeah.
A Rom has a very different job than hers.
So you're saying it's entirely possible that the FBI is paying a premium for a Rom's computer knowledge
Yes.
and his general niceness.
Yes.
Yes. And he's not getting shot out in a sausage.
You're looking at the wrong check. Well, you might be making more than a wrestler. Then what do you matter?
Maybe.
Then
exactly.
what? Then what?
This is just what.
Exactly.
Maybe it's an issue of like what they're paying field agents. By the way, also still the most
But inequality in
effective,
the workplace is a
the
real
most effective
Gentlemen.
two-man team in the federal government, Wrestler Navati.
Ever.
Whatever the case
doesn't matter.
is,
It doesn't
deploy
matter.
These two,
That's it.
they get there ahead of everybody.
Poof.
They're guns blazing.
Done.
They'll figure out the scene, and then we'll bring in the helicopters and the rest of that. Who needs all
Where
that
are we
stuff?
dropping them? Let's drop them into Iraq. Where are we dropping them? Just the two of them? Should we send any support? Nope.
No.
There is not.
They got it.
There's
got
not
this.
a domestic problem, a domestic law enforcement problem in this land that the two-man team of Wrestler Navavi aren't qualified to handle
And they
on
get
their
there
own.
so
Nope,
fast.
No, that
Poof.
It's the fastest
They got
SUV in the
the
world.
fastest SUV.
They got the lights on the thing.
Their Suburban goes so much faster than everybody else. You don't even know.
9
It's
miles
like,
a gallon.
It's like Men in Black. It's just like up over the tunnel, the whole thing.
They're in there.
Foosh.
And then they're guns blazing.
Kapop.
Like chemical operation,
Jesus.
Yeah.
super spy, super secret bunker.
Just send them in without any masks or gloves
Hey,
first.
no. Can I say
We'll
this?
suss it out.
Sorry.
Can I say this? This was an episode. Is I actually really like the episode, and so I'm teasing it because
Sorry,
because
Golden Toast said they made it to Atlanta in 22 minutes one time.
What's that?
They made it to Atlanta in 22 minutes. They did. You know, the CDC is in Atlanta. They're in DC. I don't even know the fastest. I think I have a plane, but what is,
I don't even
can't.
know.
That's still a good 90
Well, no,
minute
wait,
flight,
no,
right?
wait. Is it possible the CDC has like a CDC outreach
Right.
in Washington? There's like CDC in Atlanta, and then there's like the CDC field office,
And they're back.
which apparently is bitching. If you looked at that
Yeah.
shot, if you looked at the, it's a well designed CDC.
Go ahead.
But
Sorry.
I have a difficult time always watching anything disease related because I get terrified. Remember the movie? It was a Cabin Fever.
Yeah.
Where everybody gets the
yeah.
flesh eating.
Yes.
Nope, I'm out. So whenever I see like the skin start to go, or I'm like, no.
not a good
It's
movie, by the
unsettling.
way.
I got to tell you, if we
seen
weren't
it.
doing this AfterBuzz show for it, I'd have tapped. I'd have been like, nah,
Okay.
I'm not watching.
can't do that.
Y'all can tell me what happened, but I'm not watching.
Shout out to the visual effects department because I
Yeah.
feel like that was cool. They did
Yeah.
the thing and the stuff's appearing like in real time. That was
And all the
that was
foamy
neat.
foam.
Gross,
Yeah.
gross.
And I wonder the flashback in the beginning was cool, but I wonder if that was a callback. If who were those people who found her? We led to believe that this is the same people,
Yes.
the organization.
They called in
whatever.
Hawthorne Biologics
Yes.
because the clinic couldn't handle it. And I guess by they couldn't handle it means they all died.
They all died.
Yeah.
Someone
did.
got a phone call off first though,
Right.
so that's good.
They call Hawthorne Biologics like that, and I don't know. So the CDC is like, let her go.
Let her go.
You know what? Let her live her life.
Well,
Let her go.
Hold on, they
I
didn't. The
don't-
CDC didn't do that. That
No,
was Hawthorne.
that was Hawthorne.
Oh,
did
it's
that.
Hawthorne. Thank you. Okay, I'm sorry. I
But
got
even
confused.
then, they were detaining her and keeping her so they could
Yeah, but-
create a biological warfare
But
weapon.
they gave the FBI the impression it sounds like that this was all above board, but it wasn't. Hawthorne never reported this to the CDC. The CDC didn't know about it. I don't think the CDC knew
no, I know that CDC didn't know about it, but Hawthorne knew about it. Why would they let her go?
because they were milking her to create a military
Yes.
project.
So why let her go?
They didn't let her go. She escaped. She and Malik.
But they set him up in the house.
They set up in the house. They stopped monitoring her in the house. They didn't escape. They set
Oh,
her in the
my
house.
bad.
Was,
Yeah,
was
yeah.
sending reports, so they thought everything was
that's-
fine. They didn't know that they had gone rogue
Isn't that where Wrestler got off his type for Larry Blast when he's like,
when they got to the house.
he didn't think.
No, but that
was
wasn't
later,
the house.
okay.
That was a different house. That was the house that they were.
That
they
was the
had
house that they were living
So,
in.
well, maybe they can help. Maybe the interwebs can help us out because I thought the impression I got was that that Hawthorne had them set up somewhere, and then this other place they had boned out on that place, hadn't been there for months. This place that we saw them in was a different place.
Right.
I think
You're
it was,
right.
He's right.
No, well, we're right as always about the fact that the CDC they set up.
But the interweb
Hawthorne
is
set
going
him
to
up
think
in a
that he's
house.
right because they always think Flippo's right.
Yeah,
There's a lot of anger, and I didn't do anything wrong.
That's right.
I didn't do a damn thing.
We're just us over here.
All I do is come in and talk. That's it.
Yeah,
You can get
all
mad
right.
at me if you want to. I didn't do a damn thing
We
wrong.
should do some minor level of setting this up. Obviously, this is the first story is about our girl. What's her name?
Natalie.
Who's immune, who's infected with this disease,
Right.
but
Lucian's disease. Which is like meningitis on crack.
exactly, like so where you kiss someone, they're dead before they hit the ground, essentially.
Well,
They don't-
that's why the CDC is relatively, because the Centers for Disease Control's point of view is if it kills the host that quickly,
right. What are we going to do?
though, there's not much danger of this thing getting out of control,
Right.
Unless people are just kissing as fast as they can,
Yes, and then
Like a frat party.
like a right?
so anyway, they're
Every douche at Phi Beta, whatever, none of them made it out.
yes, Golden Toe suggests that you should be prepared to sell the new Typhoid Larry action figures at Target.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yes, more money from Filippo.
Now at Target.
Typhoid Larry. All right, so they're so we see her sort of doing these crimes and kind of feeling sort of blacklistery, and then we find out later reveal that it's a duo. And that they're pulling heists for a reason. Then we later find out
Reasons
that
of love.
there's the boy in the plastic bubble situation, the thing where they're touching in their hands. I thought that was very sweet.
Endless love.
And then we later find out that obviously they're in love, and we think he's trying to find a cure, but he's actually trying to infect himself so that they can be together. That is goddamn romantic.
I'll take your hand in
sorry.
mine, and I'll pull you closer, and I'll feel your breath against my skin, and I'll kiss you forever.
Are you talking to me? I hope so.
Did you feel something?
Oh, good.
I know.
No, it felt weird, right? It's like, huh?
I hope you're talking to me. 20 years. I've been waiting to hear those lines. Those
Something
words.
about me saying it was wrong.
Love it. Feel a little icky.
I have a lot more respect for Malik and Natalie's work then, because when I said it, it sounded creepy as all hell, didn't it?
I thought.
I don't want him to take my hand, and I don't want to be together forever.
All right, so I want to say that R.J. Brown, who played Malik, and Elizabeth Lale, who played Natalie, I thought they were delightful.
They were delightful.
I thought
Sweet
they
little
were
Romeo and
sweet
Juliet.
little. I thought they were delightful, and I liked them. I even liked that Geraldine Hughes as Dr. Nina. And she only had 2 scenes, but I kind of liked her too.
Glasses?
Good, yes.
Glasses McGee?
Yeah, Glasses McGee. You know,
Those were statement glasses.
I believed it. Whatever
What'd
she
you
was
call
doing.
them?
Statement glasses?
Oh, that's strong.
I believed whatever she was talking
I
about.
knew you
Whatever she
couldn't
was selling.
trust her off the bat when I saw those glasses. I was
And
like,
those
ooh,
boots, she was way too slick.
I know those glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, that's going on. But let's get to Red and his dilemma of the fact that someone's trying to take him out.
He's got a dilemma.
He's got a dilemma.
Someone killed Small.
Yeah.
Small.
Yeah, we found my man Abe with the sweet mustache was back, who I like, obviously, and they found out that someone took $200 million of Red's money. That is,
No, I don't care who you are. $200 million. That's some scratch, Jack.
Yeah,
that's real money.
Yeah,
I don't know if someone took it
Not
or
took
it's
it.
just sort of
It's in limbo, right?
They took it away
because
from
they took
him.
it away from Red.
It's out there.
Red then goes to his main rival. What's his name? It's not listed here. What's his name?
Baldar
Baldar
Magnuson.
Magnuson.
Baldar Magnuson.
Baldar.
That's a good
That's a
name,
good
guys.
one.
It is
He
strong.
goes to Old Baldy and
Baldar Magnuson.
and does a very cool. And that guy Daniel Davies, shout out to him too, because he's felt like an adversary worthy of Red.
And he's been
For
around
sure.
forever.
But he's definitely got, like, I see a picture with an ascot.
Yeah, he's got some
and, like,
stuff.
The whole thing. He's got, like, he's leaning back, and I picture this guy's got his shit together. So they had a nice, like, sort of back and forth, old rivals. And then it turns out he sort of denied it, but then Red denied that he was the one to do it. He would never neither confirm nor deny
Said
he
it
was the
didn't
guy
matter.
to do it.
It was about the appearances that
Exactly.
he did it.
in our business, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good look for him.
So Red goes.
And it's a bad look for Red that he hasn't killed him.
Yes.
Right. So Red ultimately goes to our good friend Tom and says he has a mission for Tom.
Yes.
And Tom doesn't stop at all. It's like, and it's right on it.
Edgar Legat.
He wants to become Edgar Legat. I love the way he did that. What do you know about Edgar Legat? He's like, Edgar Legat, I know this guy. He's like, no, you don't. I'm like, get him, Red.
That was kind of cool. I like that.
That was
device.
cool, right?
Yeah.
Like the idea
Yeah.
that this guy doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I love that.
that he's the gold standard
Yeah.
of assassons, but he's
He's the-
not a real guy.
That's right.
He's the Kaiser Soze of
He's the
assassins.
Kaiser Soze. Yes, absolutely.
What do you two know about Joe Braswell?
Oh no!
Anyway.
It's Old Man Winters.
Would have gotten away for it if it wasn't for you pesky kids.
Right here.
It's Old Man Winters from the carnival.
That would have got away with it. More for you. Meddling kids and your pesky dog. All right.
You got a sound effect too. Did you even hear it?
That was a good sound effect.
He's on the money.
Not playing today, man. It's serious.
I thought that was a cool setup. That was very cool, and the idea that Tom, watching him go through those lengths to become him, I loved all of that.
Yeah.
And you know what? I gotta admit, I like seeing Tom in action.
Preaching to the choir over here.
Hey,
John.
Who doesn't? You know?
All right.
All I got to tell you is I don't want
Now
to
I'm
wait.
getting a whole show of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait.
It was.
The prayers have been answered.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need more cowbell. And Tom.
Blacklist Redemption. I think the colon's gone.
The colon's gone.
Yeah.
I think we might have
I
talked
think
too
that
much
might
shit
have
about
been
it.
their fault.
You might have killed the colon.
all
You
right.
might be a colon killer.
This is Blacklist Redemption.
That's it.
Yeah.
I was watching the preview for it last night. I was like, Braswell killed the colon.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, the preview kind of made it look a little fun.
Yeah.
I was kind of
I'm
into
in.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
they're promoting like
Three blacklisters after the same thing.
Right.
Redemption.
I'm like,
Making amends is a dangerous game. I wrote
God.
it down because it was really good.
Oh God, Joe, you maybe have a job soon, Flippo. That promo voice of yours is getting taken over by Julia Cearley.
They had a good promo. They used, I don't remember who they used, but he's good.
I did like the and Tom with this whole like, I just want to make things right. Is that what he's
just want a
saying?
second chance.
I
That's
just
all I
want a
want.
second chance. They show him with the baby, show him with Agnes and everything.
He's had so many chances.
I know.
That's okay. I
But
give
he's
him a fourth,
Fagnusing
a
it up.
fifth, a sixth.
And
All the
his
chances in the land.
I'm happy to know that Spagnus is kind of still around.
Yeah.
and Spagnus
He's not a
is
deadbeat
cute
dad.
as hell.
Yeah,
Cute
he's
as a
kinda
butt.
cute.
That's a cute
You know
baby.
what else is cute?
Yes.
Dembe playing with Spagnus.
Oh.
That was great in the background, that shot.
I
The man's
loved
like,
it. There's
yeah.
a couple of them.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I loved it too. That was good. I wonder. Back to the Blacklist. It seems that we don't get I don't think we're gonna get the Lizzie Tom blow up fight. Lizzie's kind of like doing the whole, "You're not gonna be you unless you do what you do."
And I don't
Do you
know
know
if
what I
I'll
did
love you.
appreciate for
Yes.
once was some transparency within the relationship
Yes.
of Liz and Red.
Yeah.
That she knew what was going on. That
Exactly.
it was, instead of everything being hidden
Because
and in the
didn't
shadows.
you expect Liz to go like Tom to like, "I didn't tell you. You didn't tell me.
Yes.
Why?" And I thought that would be the blow up.
yeah.
But Liz is like, "Yeah, why is my husband doing secret shit for you?"
And
I'm
I
like,
loved his
"Oh."
explanation of
Exactly.
it. You know, the comparison to him as a great white shark. You can't expect him to not do
I'd
the
rather
thing
have
that
him-
drives him
right.
the most.
Right.
And yeah, and now
rather have
it's,
him
it's
working
good that
for
he's
me.
working for me. So there's no
'Cause I've
double
gotta-
crossing,
yes.
and
Absolutely.
so I loved that.
And you know what? And I think it's the writers that are peeling back. They're getting rid of that layer of Lizzie naivete, which has been so hard for anyone to sell for the last, I don't know.
Petulant little Lizzie.
I just don't know anything.
Where's Tom?
And that's so ridiculous at this one, right? So
Yeah.
they finally decided, like, all right, fuck that. That's stupid. We're getting rid of it, which is great. That's awesome.
And she kind of got that one line in. She's still annoying with Red. Something in the effect of like another. What did she say about him? Like something like another pawn to do your bidding, or another piece. So some throwaway line that was like really Lizzie-ish, and then Red put her in her place. I liked. I do want to talk about the two Red. Once Red got to my man, he had that talk with him about death being so close.
Coming in from the shadows. Oh,
That was well written and well acted. That whole monologue was from an entirely different. That's from the Reddington one-man show, apparently.
yes. It's.
I mean, there's been a lot of Red monologues, but that one in particular, it was not hammy at all. It was
No.
actually pretty poignant, and Jade Spader acted the shit out of that.
Well, he spadered the shit out of it, as we've said in the past. I think Baldur Magnuson, as a character, looking at that, though, would have to conclude that his man Red is falling off. And, I mean, he seemed butt-fuck crazy.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you
Well,
sit
so
down...
she
Well,
was
it's part of
you.
the reason Dembe is worried.
Well, yeah, and then let's be real, though. If you sit down across from a rival, right, someone you've known for 30 years, let's say, in this incredibly dangerous business,
Yep.
and you sit down across
It's
from
kinda
him...
like you
And, yeah, right, you know what I'm saying?
Right now. Go ahead.
And if you and I had this conversation, and halfway through the conversation, I look off to the side about death in the corners, and it's
And I'm like,
singing.
yes.
Wouldn't you be
got
like,
this fucking
hey,
out.
wouldn't you be like, oh shit, he's lost it?
Yeah.
like,
Well, but that's what I thought once he did all that sort of emotional reveal stuff. I thought when he that moment he goes, I wish it was you, it would been easier. I was ready for
Yeah.
him to go plop plop
Plop, plop, and nothing.
No. And then they kept doing that weird, odd sort of shot from the outside window,
Which made you think there was someone a
is there
sniper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a weird, odd choice, but I don't know.
But maybe that's a little preview, like,
I still
hey,
liked
somebody
it.
sniped, somebody's watching.
The scene of that outside look.
I liked the monologue. I loved how what's his name, Magnuson listened. Like, that guy is a serious actor.
So
when you
good.
can listen
Yeah.
like that and take it in like that without
Exactly.
having a line,
Right.
And everybody's
it's
in.
so powerful.
Yeah, you're like,
Like, I thought that was just brilliant.
Yeah, that was brilliant. And then there's a moment where he kind of gives a little relief when he says something. He lets, I forget what Red says, but it's something to let him know he wasn't going to kill him. Oh, and the
quote
shipping.
about the boats.
Yeah, like you have the
It's
shipping
just
thing.
playing around
Yeah.
on boats.
There was like a weird like.
But there was a mutual
know.
respect. You know, you could tell on that initial phone call they had, there was a mutual respect between the two of them. And that it was very evident in their sit down as well.
Right.
There was no reason to kill him.
Well, and I
It
like-
was just a business deal.
And I like that they both came to the table though with the clear understanding that somebody could just die.
Yeah.
And there was no surprise, you know, for Magnuson. He's just like, oh shit, all right, I got played out. Okay, well this might be it.
Yeah.
It's interesting, an interesting line of business.
But
line
it
of work.
was a very foreboding monologue from Red, and a little worries me a bit for the future.
Oof.
You know?
When I go to spy school, I want to learn the move.
He's got this like scholarship there. It's like this outreach program for like middle-aged dudes.
Hey,
Middle-aged spy school
all right.
program. It's so cool.
When you go to spy school.
Poor middle-aged minority kids. They're going to, a poor middle-aged minority boy like myself would love to go to spy school.
You know who went? Frederick Douglass also went on the
Oh.
same scholarship.
Getting a lot of,
Yes.
He's getting a lot of attention right now.
These
He
days,
could walk
you
through
know?
the door
I
right
think
now.
He's doing really good work.
He's doing good work, that
really
Frederick
good
Douglass.
effing work, guys.
He could be here any second.
Oh, he's the leader of the free
Fuck's
world.
sake.
All right.
Sorry.
All right.
So spy school.
No
Spy
politics.
school.
When I go to spy school,
Yes.
I want to learn the thing.
On
The
the
thing I
Frederick
want to learn the
Douglass
most
scholarship.
is where you pick up the lobster fork,
oyster fork, yes.
oyster fork, and and neck. Like on 100 tries, I could not hit. I don't think I could make it stick in your forehead.
It's all physics. You got to hit it just hard enough.
But can
and
I,
it's
like-
got to go through the soup. Pop out.
and it's a sharp. It's sharp enough.
Yeah.
But I don't think I can just. I don't know what the.
Listen,
That's why you have to go to spy
that's
school.
why you have to go to spy school.
All right.
You think
The
they just
shrimp
sit
fork.
around?
Yeah, the shrimp fork. I
Poof.
God damn it. All right.
And you know
It
what?
was a hefty shrimp fork. I've used a lot of shrimp and oyster forks in my
You know
day.
what?
I love seafood.
And that's why you have those kind of meetings at an expensive restaurant where they're going to have a hefty, no fucking around shrimp fork.
Yes.
Because if you go to Red Lobster, you're getting a Mickey Mouse piece of shit
Yeah.
shrimp forks. You can't
what's Tom
stab
doing
anybody
that?
with.
Tin,
Well,
for
then,
Christ's
right?
sake.
Well, then that's when you do the move where
This
you
is
gotta
like-
come in.
Then a different animal.
But
This-
he's got some
this
high
was like
quality, good
balance.
weight,
That's right.
sterling silver.
No
I
fucking
can
around
just do a
shrimp
little
fork.
Like, you
fruit.
know the owners before they like really heavily weighed that
Absolutely.
decision on that.
They sat
balanced
down
it out
and they
made sure-
lifted all the shrimp.
Yeah,
Yes.
the whole
Anyway,
thing.
spy school. That's what I want to learn. Okay, so that
On the Frederick Douglass.
How did we go?
that I don't know. I just thought that was the one. That was the one. My one takeaway from that entire scene was like, oh man, Tom, what the shrimp fork?
I love the whole breakdown where they saw all the objects on the table back
Yeah.
to Tom, but it was quick enough that I bought it. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I get it.
It's Tom.
It's Tom.
And then
Tom can do that shit.
and also
Tommed it up.
In Red Reddington Super Spy Badass School, when you went to the master, we get the super high master level class. You learn that move where you just lurk in the shadow to the exact moment. He just waits for the exact moment when the thing goes down. Hello, Joe SanFelippo, and
Swoop.
he just kind of comes out of whatever, like that entrance. It's that entrance every time. Or I told you the move with the hat. He drops the hat first and he sits
Yep.
down. He's got so many entrances.
You know, when you go to
I
spy
got a lot to
school,
learn in spy school.
I got to tell you,
That's in the flair course.
there's
The
the
flare
flare
course.
course.
Yes.
The dramatic interest course.
Yes.
Laying down your flare.
It's making it your own. It's
This is
very
how you will
important.
intimidate your enemies permanently.
Yeah.
Wait, start again. Go back to the top. You are too early.
I'm like, damn it. I'm going to drop the hat. It goes on the floor. The hat's on the floor. The hat goes in the table.
You have thrown your head on the floor. You have given away all your power.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Okay, so there's that. That was a great scene to maybe foreshadowing as to what's coming down the line. But then we have that. Well, let me go to. So we talked slightly about we have to talk about the death scene. So we have the moment where
Talking about Natalie and Malik.
I'm going back to Natalie and Malik. I'm going back to the two-man team. They
Romeo
raid
and
the
Juliet.
poker game, which, by the way, very, very reminiscent of I don't know what Hannibal, no, Bates Motel when they had the secret Remember Joe? You were there for this. Bates Motels. Kevin Ram.
Yeah, the Stag Club or whatever it was.
The
The
Secret Society
Aberdeen
Club.
or whatever it was called. Yeah.
Also, True
that.
Detective. They had one of those.
They did.
Oh, they sure did.
There's
Yeah,
so
they
many
did.
eyes wide
Oh.
shut things that go on. It makes me wonder. There must be something. We just
I
we're
don't-
not
well, you gotta get
qualified.
super
I
rich.
don't.
Yeah.
I
You have
get
to be a
super rich. I need to like
effing billionaire
freaking
first.
mask. 50 Shades Dark is coming out. Apparently, what they do is they fly in helicopters, they wear the mask, and they have a bunch of sex.
I gotta
good
make
to
a lot
me.
more money.
What?
I am.
fun.
I know.
Yeah.
You, what?
I mean, I can wear the mask, but the helicopter gets expensive, and
Yeah.
then the guy's flying it, and what does he do? He's just like, Mike, don't you turn around, goddammit, Mike. You drive this helicopter.
But it's the party, the whole party. Anyway, so I digress. But the poker game,
Yes.
which didn't look like there was a lot of sex happening, but although it's,
Yeah, they didn't get very far. They didn't even get to the oysters.
I mean, yeah, exactly. And Red
oysters.
did mention it was a weekend.
Yeah.
You know, so that's
They were just checking in.
the best
Poker and
weekend
oysters
ever.
all
First
day.
glass of champagne.
Best weekend he's ever had. He's one of, anyway. So
And
the-
Red's had some weekends.
So the two-man team storms the compound. The poker
Not
player-
a mask or glove in sight.
Who needs it?
Nah.
We're going in.
Nah.
Guards, everyone stand down.
All she's got to do is high five you and you're dead. They're like, no, we're good.
I'm cool.
But anyway, all suspension of disbelief aside, that was a cool move. When Wrestler did the taser move.
Oh, bzz.
Yeah.
That was cool. And I
Don't
was
make
ready for
don't
that
make
one.
me shoot you. And I was
Liked
like, oh,
all that, and and in the super secret. By the way, when I'm hosting my super secret party, and the FBI comes and knocking,
Wait,
and says,
this is after Spy School, but when you're doing the doing the masks.
I'm so because I'm already rich. I'm doing my thing. Red.
Gotcha, I got it. Okay.
And my dude is like, clear the party. We're the FBI. No one says there's no get rid of the money. There's no another warning. He's like, come on in, FBI.
So you're
there's only one of
Were
you.
they doing anything
There's only
that
two of
bad?
you.
They're just having a poker party, a really high stakes poker party.
Yeah, but that's not legal. Gambling is not legal in Virginia.
They were in New York.
Oh,
They were in Sag Harbor.
still not legal.
Oh.
I like it. Oh, still not legal.
Anyway, all right.
And I fear that the man is right. Maybe they're on an Indian reservation.
All right. Who cares? Anyway,
I'm just saying,
do
we got
all
a lot of
that.
that out here.
they get away. The secret hazmat team comes and gets old. What's her name? Nina. What's her
Natalie?
name?
Natalie. Now here's what we learned today. Apparently, Hazmat and the FBI, when it's a two-man team situation, they have a very, very, very casual relationship. They don't have to show anybody a form or anything.
Well,
they just
wear
say,
a suit.
"So this is the murderer that we've captured. Well, you got a suit on and looks like an ambulance. You got her?
By the way,
Deuces.
Wrestler Navabi, you're fired.
Fired."
We've captured her. Where'd they go? The hazmat team took her
Say
away.
goodbye to that raise, Navabi.
What
Right?
hazmat?
16% for
16%.
what?
What hazmat team?
You're gonna go sending people off
like
while
that.
you're double flipping it with Mossad?
I love it. What hazmat team? The one that just. Damn it.
Somebody give me a razor I have to shave.
Let's go, wrestler. It's the old switch the hazmat team van trick. Let's get out of here. We're in trouble. Anyway, so they catch hazmat team, or almost catch him because my man Malik runs him off the road in the catering van.
Well, you're skipping a step where
Yes.
Aram, when they yell at Aram, how come you don't have the information for us yet, Aram? Because
Yes.
I just gave up 16% of my freaking check.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to go 16%
We're
slower.
16% less. Yes.
Maybe that's what's going to happen.
He does that. He does the thing. Ram redirects the satellite. They find him. They chase him. Malik's on the road. It comes out. Malik's there. What are we gonna do? They have a moment. Dude shoots him in the stomach. Malik, just enough time for them to do the final goodbye, which I loved. I may have got a little misty.
You've admitted to that 3 times. You confessed to your crime.
I think you were full-blown sobbing.
I'm man enough to say that I got a little misty, and you know what? Maybe there was a tear.
Yeah, you know what? I've known you a long time. I believe it.
All right.
I believe it.
So there.
My man cries at Lilo and Stitch. I've never seen him like it.
It's a beautiful movie.
It's a lot going on. A lot going on.
That's a lot layered. What's
It's layered,
layered?
man. It's layered.
Like Stitch.
He's 626,
More than a
man.
pet.
He's an alien. Nobody knows who he is.
Oh no, what Stitch has been through. Anyway, so very lovely scene. They take her away. They get her into the her containment center. Nice scene between Cooper and Red, and when Cooper kind of reads Red the Riot Act, and I like that. And Red goes in and asks her the question. And I didn't know what was going to happen in there because I thought, like, is this another daughter or whatever? And she reveals that the person that hired him to kill them was
Isabella Stone.
Isabella Stone. Who is?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But whoever it was, Red had to stay seated for a minute.
Yes.
Yeah,
couldn't-
that was heavy.
He didn't pop up, put his hat on, and walk out the door. He's I got to sit here and take this in.
His explanation monologue to her was fantastic. That moment
Oh,
with her.
so nice.
Very
Yeah.
That was
great.
a little throwback to like Kate May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Very
Kate May-ish.
I loved all of that. And then, yeah, I don't know. And then so I got to sit down for a minute. Everything about that. And then last but not least, we should get to the last little Aram Navabi sort of sweet moment because, as you mentioned, she did the math because she's an FBI agent. And she's like, I have thought. And so he gave the money to her, and that was sweet. And there was another romantic moment. And then he, of course, touched him on the stairs. And
Which we know that Natalie and Malik, that casual touch is something Natalie and Malik could never have.
Exactly, a little throwback to what they did.
Aww.
And
all
it wasn't
know
lost
that
on Aram
Navabi
because
is
he looked down at the hand for a long time.
He said, I'd do anything for you.
And then she walks away. I'm like, what is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no doctor, but
I was
man,
hoping for a little kiss there.
you know what I'm saying?
Finally. You know she's a sucker for romance. and
16%,
babies.
You know what,
I'd do
guys?
anything for you, and not so much as a kiss.
Not a damn thing.
Nothing. Cold-blooded.
Damn you, sometimes a little touch in the hand is just enough romance. Is all the romance you need.
Is that what you think?
Like, not at the secret mask party. Joe,
Want romance?
you throw the most boring mask parties ever, Braswell. We open up the mask and we just touch hands.
You shall not kiss. You will only touch. That is enough romance for you.
Next week's blacklister is
Isabella Stone.
Stone. I can't say it. That should be very interesting. We're racing towards Blacklist Redemption.
Are we?
Near the end
We're
of the month.
galloping.
Soon,
We
end of the
got
month.
three months. So I didn't see because we watched it in screener online thing. I didn't see the previews. Joe, did you see a preview?
For the next
week's?
episode?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
All right. So we know
neither.
nothing. All we know is that Isabella Stone
Isabella Stone.
is their thing. Well, let's go to predictions and get out of here, Joe Flippo.
All right, we should do that.
We have 4 seconds.
4 seconds.
Make it one-word predictions.
Chicken.
Kaplan.
Where the F is Kaplan?
That is not a one-word prediction. You didn't play the game right.
Sorry. I predict next week we will find out who Isabella Stone is.
All right, that's great. Thank goodness for you. Where can the people find you, Joe Braswell?
The people can find me at Joe K Braswell. Is that right? At Joe Braswell. At Joe K Braswell on Twitter and Instagram, on Snapchat. At JK Braswell. At JK Braz. I don't know. I'm
combination
on Instagram
of that,
too.
guys.
Where can they find you?
At Joe Flippo on the Twitters.
Yes.
Me, my turn, Julia Cearley on Instagram and Twitter.
Thank you so much for joining us all. Golden Toe, Andrew Martin, and Susuhua, and Watson King, and all the rest of you folks in the chat room and who are watching us on live and on YouTube and listening to us on iTunes. We appreciate you very much.
I think they're going to go watch Lilo and Stitch right now. I think that's
I
going to
kinda want
happen.
to,
I know too.
If they had a heart. We'll see you at my mask party. We'll see you next week. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.